All wrestling holds require contact. Therefore, to successfully execute takedowns, you must control that contact. Your initial contact is what we call tie-ups, or what are commonly referred to are setups. Now, these setups determine whether or not, for the most part, you will actually successfully execute your takedown. We're going to look at the most common takedowns and most successful takedowns in wrestling, which are those of the leg attack nature. Single legs, double legs, and a single with your head outside, or most often referred to as a high crotch. So to control those setups or the contact, there are certain principles that must be applied, and that is to maintain inside position, to control my opponent's arms. For me to be able to attack my opponent's legs successfully and get to those legs, I have to control Brad's arms. If I don't control his arm, and he gets in the way here and hooks me, then I'll never get to the leg or penetrate to the leg. So these setups are designed to gain that reaction and gain control of your opponent's arms and get him to respond. If I pull here, Brad's going to do what? He pulls back. Those are just predetermined actions. If I pull his head down, he's more than likely going to pull it up. That may be a setup in its simplest form. I control Brad's reactions. Here, I twist his shoulders, and he twists them back. Maybe I do it. There are setups from contact, and there are setups with no contact. Most of those are done off reaction. I pump, I fake like I'm going to shoot, and I draw those responses and those reactions from Brad.
In this match between Barry Davis and Charlie Hurt at the Olympic trials, you see a good example of the pumping action used to set up a single leg takedown on Charlie Hurt.
So let's look at some of the most successful and common setup controls. One is the elbow. Simply when we make contact, I control the elbow with my thumb to the outside. This allows me to hold that elbow in place, pull it, change levels, and attack the leg. Have the elbow control when we make contact, double legs. Do it. Single leg, high crotch. Okay? All done off of the elbow control.
Here in the 1989 World Games, in the match between John Smith and Gary Bohay from Canada for the gold medal, we see John using elbow control. From the elbow control, John ducks to a high crotch, moving in, looking for the takedown.
Another control would be inside position, bicep control. Again, control inside. Inside what? Inside is my opponent's arms. Here. Inside here. If I'm to the outside, I get my elbows away from my side, and Brad can attack my legs because I leave myself open. So it's very important that you keep your elbows in good wrestling position, a good stance. Once you make contact, you're conscientious about the position of your elbows. They're too far away from your side. If you make contact and you leave your arms on your opponent, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable because your arms are away from your side, and now I can get to your legs.
In this match at the 1989 World Games, Bill Scheer takes advantage of his Mongolian opponent's reaching by posting the elbow, drops into high crotch position, from there switches off to the double, and finishes taking his opponent to the mat for the one-point takedown.
So setups should not be overlooked. They're an integral part of gaining control of the takedown. Okay? A couple of other ones that are popular are the 2-on-1. You attack the wrist and the elbow, and you control the arm. You go from here to the legs from there. You attack doubles, singles. Quite a variety, quite a series of possibilities.
This is an example of a 2-on-1 from the 1989 World Games in the match between Bill Scheer of the United States and Akhmed Atavov of Russia. Atavov has secured the 2-on-1 on Bill and uses it to guide him by moving behind him for the one-point takedown.
The focus here is on controlling the setup, controlling the tie-up. Underhook, another possibility. I control the arm with the underhook. Now I can change levels to attack the legs.
In this match at the 1989 World Games, Jim Shear, in wrestling his Bulgarian opponent, secures an underhook on both sides. From the double underhook position, he foot sweeps his opponent to the mat, looking for the fall and the victory.
Okay. Posting the head down, gaining the reaction. Here he comes up. Counter shoot. Twisting the shoulders. Here, comes back. Counter shoot. Again, all controlling. I know how he's going to respond. Controlling that response to my advantage. Creating those favorable situations. Brad assumes a stance, a stagger stance. Perhaps I want to attack this leg. Therefore, I'm going to have to position that leg in a more favorable for my penetration. So I pull in this direction by attacking his head and moving my feet. These are in the design of setups. This is how you set your opponent up. They're not to be overlooked.